I will not send another generation of Americans to war in Afghanistan with no reasonable expectation of achieving a different outcome.
With those words, it's official. After 20 years, the U.S. will be out of Afghanistan by the end of August. So how did we end up there in the first place? Why were we there so long? And what's going to happen next? Let's get this straight. It all goes back to 9/11. Osama bin Laden and al-Qaeda, they become public enemies. President Bush demands justice and tells the governing Taliban to weed out bin Laden from his Afghani hideout. And when the Taliban refuses, the bombs literally start to fly. Operation Freedom begins on October 7th, and the U.S. ground troops go in 12 days later. In just a month, the Taliban collapses, and the U.S. and its allies are clear winners, except they're not. Bin Laden escapes, and the Taliban has enough forces and enough places to hide in Afghanistan's infamous mountains and caves to keep a stronghold. And that, in the end, is why the U.S. has been there so long. Although a new democratic government was installed, the Taliban has continued horrific terrorist attacks on Afghanis and Americans alike. In response, the U.S. kept boots on the ground, investing billions of dollars in infrastructure, education, and military training. Finally, on February 29, 2020, the U.S. and the Taliban agree on a path to peace. The U.S. makes an exit plan, and the Taliban agrees that the country will not be used for terrorist activities. Which brings us to today. President Biden says all troops will be out of Afghanistan by August 31st, just short of the 20th anniversary of U.S. forces occupying the country, our longest military occupation ever. Biden says the U.S. will continue to help Afghan troops and help build peace between the Taliban and the current government, but many are concerned it's only a matter of time before the Taliban regains control of the country. But Biden disagrees.
Is the Taliban takeover of Afghanistan now inevitable?
No, it is not. Why? Because you have the Afghan troops have 300,000 well equipped as any army in the world, and an air force against something like 75,000 Taliban. It is not inevitable.
Got it straight? Let me know in the comments below.